What's up? Back with another episode of the Major Music Lounge podcast. It's your host D Dot, and today we're gonna actually have Baltimore hip hop artist, also member of DBL Records, Down by Law Records, which is based out of Baltimore, Maryland. He's been on the podcast before. The artist known as Luable is gonna come on and talk about his latest project, Luboogie Tha Dummies Volume 1. And also, while I'm on DBL Records, I want to shout out D Skills. We've had quite a few artists from the label on a podcast, and glad to have built this relationship with them. Great brothers, great dudes. Love their music, love hearing their story, and love the camaraderie that they have as a group. And if you haven't gotten a chance to check them out, you could find D Skills as well as like Louisville's music on all streaming platforms. He's gonna give his information at the end of the podcast. But if this is your first time tuning into the Major Music Lounge podcast, I like to have interviews with other music creators, kind of like I'm going to talk to Louisville tonight. And if you're an artist, you're a music producer, maybe you work in the music industry in some capacity, hit me up on one of my streaming platforms. Would love to interview you here on the Major Music Lounge podcast. And it's going to be D._Major Music on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. And if you're on Twitter or X, it's going to be D.MME. And if you hang around for the entirety of this interview, please consider subscribing. If you like these artist interviews, I post them pretty much weekly, so you could check not only this channel, you could also access this on the go on all podcast streaming platforms. Now let's go ahead and get into the interview with Louable. The Major Music Lounge podcast, joined by the homie Louable, or Luboogie, man. What's good, my brother?
What's good, bro? What's up? What's up with you?
Oh man, just staying in the lab, been back to doing these shows. This is actually my second show that I've done in quite some time. I had to take some time off last month, but back in full effect, and glad to have you back, man. It's been a while since we chatted.
Been a while, real long time, man. I think uh when I first came on the interview, I didn't really have like a established, artistry. I was still figuring it out. I was still learning. Shout out to Skills for teaching me a lot, that I didn't know, and he did a lot for me, you feel me?
Yeah, shout out to Skills, man. Shout out to Skills. Love to holler at him again real soon as well. I see y'all been, working heavy in Baltimore with the performances, the new projects, just staying at it. And it's good to see that y'all still, making music. I look around like even some past guests, man, they done dropped out of the game. And to see you guys, I think I met Skills maybe what 3 years ago or so,
Hmm.
and we still got that line open to where y'all pretty much had multiple members on a podcast, so I kind of consider y'all family, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, 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 man. So you've been releasing a new project here, Lou Boogie and the Dummies, volume.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh man, yo, new Buggy and the Dummies, man. Bro, I've been promoting that album for like going on 3 years. But it's just a mixtape, New Buggy and the Dummies is a mixtape, man. It's original lyrics, no sound biting. I ain't biting nobody's lyrics or art. I came up with that on my own. The Dummies is just, more authenticity to bring towards the album, because we the only ones in the world will call each other dummy or insult each other when we greet each other. And shout out to Scales, he produced most of the tracks. Shout out to the lineup room. They did the mix and mastering and stuff like that. So it's a lot that I want to talk about and impact that album without mixtape. It's a mixtape. I don't want
Yeah,
people to consider it as an album. It's a mixtape.
mixtape.
That's why um half the time when it was like how it sound like still rough, like with the mixing and all that, I want that.
Yeah.
I wanted that. I didn't want it to be too polished, because I wanted it to be mixtape feelings. Like you said, the Wu Tang vibe. I wanted you to still feel like, yo, this is like, yeah, some 90s, 2000s reincarnated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly like, I was thinking it had that gritty sound, kind of like you go back to the Return of the 36 Chambers, and that whole mid 90s vibe of just that old school hip hop. And that's one of the things that I like about DBL Records sound. It takes me back to that era. But y'all guys be spitting, man. Y'all be spitting. And I really liked Godzilla raps and one for the one time and my kind forever.
Ha!
Those were some of my favorites. The whole thing slapped. Now, when you and Skills did all the beats on this album or mixtape, excuse me.
Most of it. He did Godzilla raps. Yeah, to sum it up, yeah, he produced most of it. Actually, the cover was at his house. You know, that cover of the whole album, I mean, the mixtape. That was actually when we was recording Godzilla rap that day. I didn't have no songs out. We had no songs when I first started like to drop music and really get back into my bag and like to do what I want to do. Godzilla Raps was the first song and introduced into the Luboogie Tha Dummies. I made that song off of just we was just chilling in the crib. He played the beat and I'm like, yo, I'm ready to just write to this real quick. So I didn't write to it that night, but the next day, I came back and that's how we recorded that reel. We made the reel and we made the song within that night and the album cover within that same night and we recorded it. So you right there, hey, as you seeing that album cover, that was me recording Godzilla raps. And to the left, well, if you're looking from the album to the left, you see Kai 95 Kai right there. So everything's authentic, yo. Everything is really authentic, yo.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I was kind of gonna ask that. That's a nice setup I'm seeing right there at Skills House. So he got the whole lab set up there.
Yeah, that's the Batman cave.
Now, let me ask you this question. Just working with producer, does he like send you a pack of beats or you and Skills sit down in the lab and you like, y'all go through some stuff together? Like, how is y'all creative process?
Most of the time, he already got beats on his laptop. He just send them over. Or if I'm over at his house and he on live, we'll just be kicking it, and he just start just making beats. So he makes beats on his own regardless.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
don't need me to be there to create creativity. And even if that, I feel like we have so much of a chemistry since on God. Like obviously, you see throughout the whole tape, his beats, my voice is like peanut butter and jelly. Like it just goes so well. We just have that formula. Even when we performing live, like we just have that formula. Everybody in the group, man. It's not just me and Scales. It's Mike Lapedia. Shout out to Mike Lapedia. We got G Day, Chris Mack. We all and Sliceton, my fault. But we all have a formula, bro. And Scales is the avid, just like how RZA is the avid of Wu Tang, and we just all follow suit. So whatever beat he play, I don't never say it's whack. I just say it's not for me
yeah,
because it may
yeah.
be for somebody else. I don't call art whack. You get what I'm saying? There's some whack rappers. We're gonna expose them today, but for the time's sake, let's keep everything at peace. I don't call things whack. You get what I'm saying? So by him, just doing what he do, and I just do what I do. Feel me?
Yeah, yeah, I know exactly that. Like working with, because I produce and rap too, but like I also
Facts
work
too.
sometimes with other producers, and same thing. It's like it might not fit my vibe, anything that I like to rap to, but I'll say, just like you, it's not for me,
Hmm.
and go to the next one. But then, from another perspective, like being a producer. That's absolutely also like you kind of envision when you make a beat which artist you're gonna give it to. You know, if you
Mm.
work with a group of artists. So like when I may make something at times and I'm like, I'm gonna give it to this person or that person. And you know, more often than not, I'm correct, they'll end up liking it and record to it. Maybe a few times here and there, maybe, you know, there's something that they don't record to, but I definitely feel you on that. Now, you also, you know, I was just kind of going through your IG. I noticed you linked up with Memphis Bleak.
Oh yeah, yeah. I seen Memphis Bleak. Yeah, facts for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. How did that come about?
Um, we was I was on Instagram and shout out to Tut. I guess she be recording up in New York and stuff. She do ciphers and stuff like that. Shout out to TTO Cipher. Um, she had posted a flyer that Memphis Bleak gonna be at this dispensary in Baltimore. So I'm like, oh, all right, cool. You know, I can knock out two birds in one stone. Um, I went there, humble guy, man, real humble guy. And I'm like, it's not like I haven't been in rooms with millionaires and stuff like that, and people that's important in life, but it's like, it's a difference between when you watched him on, state property.
Yeah,
Like you watched him with Rockefeller, being a kid, listen to my father, listen to Jay-Z and Myth, like seeing the whole, like all that growing up and then meeting him in person. And at the time where I'm in my bag and I'm moving in my, like moving in my artistry, it was real, it was a funny moment. It was funny. I didn't really, I was just, I wasn't fanned out, but it's like, what can we say within this so much time? All I could say was thank you. Thank you for what you did. Let's take some pictures and chit chat. He asked about Baltimore. I'm just like, that's why I'm so glad I'm from Baltimore, because it's like we stick out from any other people. Like, we're so interesting. Like, being from Baltimore, like, it make me so much more interesting than, oh, I can hear he from Texas, or I can hear he from Atlanta, or I already know about Atlanta. But people don't really understand Baltimore fully unless you was tapped in, back in the 2000s or in the Wire era. But man, it was an experience that I wish anybody can have, man. Not just me, man. I just wish everybody could just meet the favorite person that they desire to meet. You know what I mean? It was
yeah,
just so happened to be a blessing that I got to be able to talk to him more longer than 5 minutes, because when you see people like that, it's just a quick conversation. But no, we actually, he gave me some game, and I learned from the God. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, man. And I know how that is sometimes. Like on one hand, you're meeting somebody that, you know, kind of like you say, you might have grew up watching them. You might have been a fan of their music. On some level, what they make is just relatable to yourself. But on the other side, like sometimes they're really cool, they're really humble, they stop and take time to, you know, talk to people. And sometimes it may not even necessarily, you know, kind of like you say, ask you about Baltimore, but sometimes it may not necessarily be directly about music. It might be about
Yeah.
life, might be
Mm-hmm.
about you.
Nothing about music. Yep.
And,
We ain't
you
say
know,
nothing about no rapping. Only time we were talking about music is when I asked him to do that drop for me,
yeah,
which is iconic, because everybody was like, "Yo, he messed your name up. Yo, he messed." I said, "Yo, keep the science. It's the art, yo. Don't worry. Don't worry if he said it right, correctly, slow, fast. He did it. It's out there for the world to see. History's been made, and the mission has been accomplished."
man. Yeah, and them moments, you know, don't happen too often. And you
Nope.
sometimes meet, you know, the other ones who they're, let's just say they're not as friendly or they're not as sociable, and you know, and that's the ones I think you should, you know, always be humble. Now I also get the other side where some fans might take it a little too far, and you know, sometimes people just want to live, and I get that. You know, that's why when I see somebody, I don't always approach them. Now we maybe at a like I usually meet people sometimes at these seminars or producer networking events, and we just keep it there. But if I see somebody outside a more public setting, I'll leave them alone, in that public setting or whatever it is. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, cause we still humans, bro. Like I get it. I really do get it, cause I'm glad that this type of uh the type of bag we in with the underground, we can still be regular people. But if you're not tapped into the underground, you wouldn't know who I am. You'll think I'm just a regular dude with a Luboogie chain on and just look like a regular, YN or something like that. I'm not YN, but I look like a regular, regular dude with a chain on. The whole time, if you were tapped into the underground, you would know that, oh, that's Blase Blah. Oh, that's Blase Blah. Like, I can still go to Walmart. I
yeah,
can still go to the Hip Hop Chicken and Cookout. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I can still go there without having to have paparazzi and stuff do that. But I have that had happened to me.
yeah,
I was in the Walmart and somebody walked up and like, "Oh, what's up, Luke Boogie?" I didn't know him, but he knew me from my reels and Instagram. But once he started breaking down to, I was like, "Oh, all right, I know who you from. And I seen you at an event." But yeah, I get it. You meet different faces. It's different lit nights. You don't really remember faces like that, but people remember you. You
yeah.
know.
That shit. That also is humbling too. Like when I was in the mall one time, and a guy recognized me from Instagram, and said he wanted to work and was interested in getting some beats and shit, but that never transpired into nothing. But yeah, sometimes it be just tripping me out that you recognize me off of this, and yeah, it's kind of cool, man. It's definitely kind of
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Now, you guys also been doing some performances. We kind of talked briefly about it earlier, but you were in New York recently, right?
Yeah, I was in New York recently.
And how did you get linked up with that opportunity?
First off, I want to say shout out to 95 Car. I'm at the car go past that quick. I want to say shout out to 95 Car because he has seen the first time I ever, performed out in New York. I was in the Bronx. Kai hit me up, was like, yo, it's an opportunity. What you trying to do? Kai by my manager and shit like that. So I'm like, I'll consult with him, like, shit, what's the numbers? We put our money together. I actually brought my family out there too, so it was a real special moment. Um, Linked up with the dude Party G. Party G is a it's like he's like basically he got New York underground for people our age on the market right now. So Kai hit him up. We linked up. I did the show in the Bronx, and they was rocking with me. Like I was probably like me and a dude named West Baltimore, Mikey was there. We was the only Baltimore dudes there. And everybody don't think that Baltimore has hip hop. Baltimore only has crab legs, crab cakes, the Baltimore Ravens, the Orioles, Club Mix, and it's crazy how the Baltimore Club Mix plays a pivotal role in the music industry. But we are not known for the hip hop as much as we are getting recognized now. So by me doing that show in the Bronx and just stay connected to them, man, I just kept going up to New York, kept going. I met, a lot of people. Don't want to overdo it, but I met a lot of people. I learned a lot. It's tiring going up and down 95. I'm ready to do that like within like 2 days. I had to go to Brooklyn
Okay.
after day. It was my birthday. It was my birthday week. It was May 8th, my birthday. Then May 9th, I had a show in Brooklyn with Ricky Hyde because his birthday was coming up to 24, but he had a show out there. He put me on. And then I had to go up there again because they had something for the dude Fuego Bass from BSF. Um, they had something for him in Jersey. So back to back, I'm just taking roles. I'm a role runner now, man. Just saying that, I started meeting the people that I'm thinking that's famous. Like they are famous, but it's like, yo, how y'all so comfortable being outside? Like where your security at? Like you got millions of views on Instagram. You got like stuff going on. But I realize it's the same thing like me. We're humble dudes. It's normal to us. It's normal. This is my hometown. Like Baltimore's my hometown. But when I go to like different cities, it just felt like I'm in LA somewhere, like
Yeah,
it just feels so different. So just performing out of state, it gives you more incentive to go harder,
yeah.
more incentive to conquer. Like that's like a away game. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stunt. My favorite team is the Dallas Mavericks. You feel me?
Ah,
Like real. Like when Steve Nash was on there, Jerry Stackhouse, Michael Finley, Dirk Nowitzki, Jason
yeah,
Terry, Jason Kidd. Like yeah. So when the Mavericks go out to a away game, it's 10 times harder on them because they not home. They gotta prove themselves. We can go anywhere and dominate. So that's what I'm doing with this Baltimore boom bap, Baltimore hip hop. I'm taking everywhere to the East Coast, to the West Coast, to the South, and we're gonna dominate. But humble because we want to build, we want to connect with people, we want to just come through and be like, oh, I'm nice as shit. Da, 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 da. You don't get nothing out of that. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, man. Especially like in New York, like New York is, of course, known for a lot of great hip hop coming out there in the 90s and, up to this day. And just to have a chance to perform in that big market, just like you say, you got to put your best foot forward, especially when you're playing that road game. And, you never know what other opportunities could stem from just going out there, people seeing you perform and getting a chance to go back, showing them what can come out of Baltimore and hey, we're here to stay. Sending a message to New York and also being able to pick up some new fans with that. So
Yes, yes, man. Yes. I ain't mean to cut you off, but yeah, yeah, like that's even more like that gives me more incentive to do what I gotta do because the Bible say a prophet is not loved in his hometown.
yeah,
We know that we're not going to get no love where we from because it's like, nigga, I see you at the gas station with some dirty ass Crocs on and some shorts, and now you in New York talking about all this big. No, no, I know who you are, but it's cool because, like I said, my location where I'm at is not my destination. I'm not always going to be in Baltimore. I'm not always going to be in Maryland. I'm going to be different places because I'm going to go anywhere on this God-given earth and this God-given ability that He gave me to to create and make art and make people. Because I'm not really a friendly person, but I do good with meeting people, taking pictures and stuff like that, and then because Baltimore, bro, it's just so like it's real like it's like a heaviness of of not saying evil, but it's like it's so much dark, 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 like dark cloud over the city. And I swear, when I hop on 95 or 295 or anywhere, if I just once I get out the city or the state, it's like this gravity just lift off me. And I ask people, when they come in into Baltimore, do y'all feel this heaviness? It's like, yeah, I just got a headache out of nowhere. I be getting upset stomachs. I be getting angry out of nowhere. Like people be really getting angry. Like people really get angry, and it's like me being in here makes me even want to do even more better when I go out of state, when I go to these different states because I know where I'm from. I know how fucked up it is in my city. I know how messed up it is. Probably not just in my city, probably in other states, in third world countries. But I'm glad that I've got to experience poverty and be able to experience, being in a messed up situation or life that'll cultivate me and make me do better in life. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Going different places, getting those experiences will also, make you kind of like you said, you're gonna grind harder, gonna work harder to create more opportunities and get more experiences out there. Hopefully one day we can see you out here in Texas performing.
Oh
We
yeah.
kind of
If I
talked
come to
about
Texas, I'm probably never coming back. They said
it.
everything bigger in Texas.
And
They said
then
everything's bigger in Texas.
they ain't lying, man. Now, kind of transitioning back to, something you said in the beginning of the interview. You said, kind of like in comparison to when the first time you came on a podcast, you felt you grew so much more. You felt you had a lot more experience in this music game. What did you exactly mean by that?
Like I said, I wasn't really doing boom bap music like that because I'm from Baltimore. We don't make specifically hip hop music. We make what we call drag music. I can give you a couple people, but for the sake of conversation, let's just keep it brief. My direction and my artistry was not to be, a rapper. I can rap, I've been rapping, but it's like I was versatile in a lot of things. But one thing I did not have is direction. I didn't have foundation. I didn't have knowledge. I didn't have none of this stuff. I would just go to the studio, waste money, post on Instagram, and do reels. I mean, now that would probably be doing good, but when I was doing it back in like 2012, 2013, it was real different. You had to make CDs. You had to do the actual tangible
Yeah.
thing. And by me didn't have like a whole like a real like brand for myself, I was just aimlessly just doing random shit that was not making sense. So once I started buckling down, and I swear it was at this moment. I went to this Conway concert. It was like around when COVID died down. They let people win, and it was when Conway dropped that La Maquia album. And my man from Harlem, shout out to T, he said, yo, let's go there. Cause he was the main one, like, yo, I'm gonna teach you, not teach me, but like I'm gonna show you how to get witty in your bars and get more double entendres. Cause I was just rapping and rapping with you know, no actual structure. I didn't have no structure. So after that Conway show, it just sparked something in me like, yo, let me try to do the boom bap hip hop. You feel what I'm saying? I was always doing them beats, but it wasn't like frequently to me. 'Cause I was doing trap beats. I want to turn the club. I want to bang your car. I want, yeah, turn up. But once I started getting in my bag with like all like really like writing lyrics down and making like, oh my gosh, I just started getting in my bag. That's when I first made 992s. I didn't have 992s in the bag. 992s was a song that I just did, but I wasn't focused on that. And that song is the most iconic song that everybody loves. Every time I perform that song, everybody love it. So for me going from just doing trap music and not having a foundation to making one song called 992s and really having like art behind it. You feel what I'm saying? I was just making music and it wasn't really like nothing tangible. Once I got with skills, I'm like, yo, y'all like the Baltimore Wu Tang. And that whole for that because I was promoting Luboogie Tha Dummies, but I didn't have nothing. I didn't have no structure. Being behind skills, saying how they do shows, saying how he talk to people, saying who to talk to, that just switched my whole like narrative. So I was a student for like going on 3 years. Like I just released the album this year. I've been talking about Luboogie and the Dummies in 2023.
Wow.
Like that's how I know music and art takes time. Cause I could have did random trap beats or random music and just put it as an album and be like, yo, yeah, it is. But it wouldn't mean nothing to me. I'm glad I went through all the bullshit of, damn, I gotta delay my album again. Damn, I gotta delay my album again. Dang, this shit happened. I was just ready to go to the studio, but I can't because something. I'm glad life hit me and made me grow up more and more. So now people can see, oh, he got a toilet seat mask on.
Yeah.
Oh, he got this on. Oh, he got the 992. Oh, he got the Baltimore slang. Like That right there proves time heals all. That right there shows that with time you can grow into the blessing or the flower that you're supposed to be, birthed of. You feel me?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
mean to prolong it, but it was like, yo, that this it's really like, cause yo, Luboogie and the Dummies, like that's just the foundation. Like, I'm just getting started. This
Yeah.
not even this not even what y'all really going to see. That's just like, all right, give the fans 10 songs, give them a mixtape, give them a good body of work, good clean body of work, and just feed them more and feed them more. And that's what I'm doing right now. From the time I seen you, I didn't have nothing to talk about. We were just talking about who I'm becoming. Now you seeing the process, and I bet you the next time we link up again, probably gonna be in a jacuzzi somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Probably be in Houston with you, next to you doing the interview. Like, yeah, bro. So like I said, man, time heals all. You know what I'm saying? Time heals all.
Yeah, man. I could definitely see it. I could hear the music and, just seeing all of your performances you've been doing, hearing your story about New York. Um, I can't wait to see what comes next from you. Lil Boogie and the Dummies Volume 2. What's good?
Yeah, I'm like,
What's good?
that's all the time I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about like doing like, if I do like a different, what I want to have to like. So I already did the Baltimore Volume 1. So I take it to Philly. So I take it to Atlanta. Volume 2 be Atlanta. I can make a art like it. Like the reason why I'm glad it's Volume 1 is because anything can come out of Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4. Anything can come out of that. You feel what I'm saying? I can make the next one not even be boom bap. It'd be an R&B album. New Boogie and the Dummyettes and the women. You know what I'm saying? Like most definitely.
There we go. My camera froze up for a little bit. Man, what's on deck for the remainder of 2025? I know we got, pretty much at the little past the halfway point.
Yeah, we little past. What we got right now? We got the PR tape. Shout out to my man Michaelpedia. He dropped the PR tape. He gotta come on here and talk about that. But he's a little shy on the camera. He's not a shy guy with these knuckles, but he don't do the camera like that. Shout out to artist. I keep saying artist area. Shout out to Slick Vic Low, Slangston Hughes, man. He dropped 1990 now and another album I just can't think of off the top of my head. But 1990 now, produced by Skills, all produced by Skills. That's out right now. Music videos. I got another EP I probably ready drop. Oh, I could probably give it an announcement. I already gave an announcement to my updates in my channel. Lou Boogie, Lou Able is coming up with the album called Baltimore Black Sox. Baltimore Black Sox was a Negro league in Baltimore before the Orioles, and it was also called Baltimore Eli Giants. The reason why I say Baltimore Black Sox is because baseball plays a real pivotal role in my life. Growing up, I was in sports. Baseball and basketball was like my forte. I could have played football, but I wasn't really interested in how people all what was covered. I like football now, but Baltimore Black Sox is an album. That's an album. That's going to be an album where you're going to see a different type of production. Scale's still going to be on it, but the production is going to be like album worthy. But in the meantime, between time, I'm going to keep promoting Lil Buddy and the Dummies, keep rocking these shows. July 25th, man. July 25th. Got Scaring the Dummies, man. Scaring the Dummies, man. I'm bringing some New York people. They coming to Baltimore. They love Baltimore. They said, yo, I see you in New York a lot. Shout out to my man's Know It All and Happy. Scaring the Hoes production. They got their own Scaring the Hoes thing going on, right? They had like 6 or 7 um shows. So by them collaborating with me, I said instead of scaring the hoes, we coming to Baltimore scaring the dummies. And it's just like a branch off of, what they doing and just collecting them more. Oh, and also, man, I just got this is crazy. Also, I just been indulged, not indulged, but I just been in what's that word? Well, big, I'm gonna say included. I can't say the big word 'cause I'm trying to talk smart. But I just been included into the Black Top family. Shout out to Party G, Black Top family. They the ones that be putting shows together up in New York for the dude Party G and his team up there, and they brought me along. They want me to do what I'm supposed to do here in Baltimore. So Baltimore Black Top down here, and they want me to be the person that recruiting people. I said recruit, damn, that Baltimore accent. Recruiting shit, recruiting people and just building a bigger brand, bro. Building a family, you know. So yeah, that's what you're getting out of Luboogie, man. Black Top Family, Luboogie Tha Dummies, Volume One out right now. Go stream it, buy it on Bandcamp. Got the merch coming through July 25th, scaring the dummies. 1990 now, the PR tape. Man, it's a lot we doing, man. It's a lot we got in the cut. It's a lot. It's a lot. I want to speak on it briefly, but I don't want to speak on it too much because it's just a real like this is a gem. I got this album, Me Scales gonna be on. Me Scales and DBL, well, DBL, all of us, but mainly me and Scales gonna be rapping on it. But it's called The Bylaws. I want y'all to just saturate with that, The Bylaws.
All
Y'all
right.
gonna know. Shout out to ESI, Rap Almighty. He curated, rest in peace, Big Bob. He produced it. Yeah, that's all I want to say. The Bylaws. You just wait for that. I
Man,
mean, I ain't gonna stunt. We do got a single out called Buster Cousin. It's on Pocket the Plug. He the one that be pushing the underground, the underground scene. It's called Buster Cousin. You know, Raph Almighty featuring D Skills or Luable or DBL. Buster Cousin. That's a little bit of salt of what the album is gonna come about by Bala.
okay, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that out as well, man. Now, where can our listeners follow you at on your socials?
Oh man, you can follow me everywhere. Well, not everywhere. Follow me on Instagram because that's where mainly I post that. I don't really be on X. 'Cause-
That
but
shit got wild.
let's just say it ain't my forte right now. Semen retention. But yo, you can follow me on Instagram at LUABLEWB. My name is LUABLEWB, Luable. A lot of people don't really know how to pronounce it, so that's why I've been called Lou Boogie. But Luable is what you can find me on all platforms, all DSPs. LUABLEWB is my Instagram, my link tree in the bio. I was tap in with the movement, man. Tap in Baltimore Boom Bap, Baltimore, hip hop, the dummy talk, Luboogie Tha Dummies. It's the dummy world. Baltimore dummy land.
Yeah, go ahead, hit my man Lou Boogie with a follow on the socials. Check out the album, Lou Boogie and the Dummies, Volume 1. Hopefully we
Mm-hmm.
can hit that Volume 2 at some point. But yeah, we're gonna stay tapped in with everything you got going on, my brother.
Facts, man. I'm gonna give him a glimpse of Baltimore real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
Give y'all a glimpse of where I'm at. My camera kind of messed up. Yeah, this is South. This is St. Paul right here. This is the Baltimore little street right there. It's called North Avenue.
All right.
I mean, don't stay around here too long. You stay around here too long, they're gonna ask you questions about who you are. But I mean,
Man,
that's,
is that's like downtown?
downtown is like this way.
Okay, all right.
North Avenue is going up, so it's like in the Micah area, which is Maryland Arts Institute. Because we known for art and stuff like that. So like that, mopeds and stuff. We got dirt bikes. Don't worry, I'm
Yeah,
outside.
yeah.
I'm the artist that's outside. I'm not an artist that just pop up when it's time to pop up. I'm here in the community, bro. I'm just out the way doing the Baltimore boom that way. You feel me? But yeah, that's just like I said, North Avenue was a monumental street. Used to be lucrative back in the day. It still is probably to this day, but you know how government is. They don't want to fund nothing, you know.
How
And
far
say it again.
how far are you from the Raven Stadium?
Oh, I'm Yeah, that's ways down. I'm on St. Paul. That's all
Word.
the way
Yeah.
down the street. That's all the way down the street. That's on like Russell Street and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm 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 far away. If I was like on a building, on top of the building, I'd probably be able to show y'all where the Raven Stadium at. But no, Raven Stadium is close to the downtown by the
Word.
Orioles Stadium.
I
You
gotta
know,
come down there catch a game too. You know,
I
when
ain't never
they
been to a Ravens game.
never.
Never. I only been to Orioles games. I never been to a Wizard game. I never been to a Baltimore Blast. We got a soccer team. I never been to a Baltimore Blast team. Like I only been to an Orioles game, man. I want to go to a Ravens game. I want to.
Word. Yeah. When they play my Raiders, man, that's when I'll pull up in the city.
Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah.
love the Ravens?
I'm a Raiders fan.
That's,
So,
that's what's
yeah.
up, man.
Yeah,
See how we
man.
spanked y'all Christmas? That was the perfect Christmas gift.
Oh, we beat y'all last year.
Houston,
Nah, the Raiders.
what team?
The Raiders beat the Ravens last year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm talking about I'm talking about on Christmas, Houston.
Oh, the
In
Texans.
Texas.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, that was the perfect. I ain't get nothing for Christmas, but I had a pint of Henny, had a little bit of that me, and I was just watching that game. I was like, yo, this is, and I cooked that night too. Oh, that was a perfect gift. Ho ho ho, motherfucker.
They
Ho
beat
ho
them
ho.
down.
Well, the only reason they got that score because Derrick Henry got that safety.
Man, yeah, like I hope Lamar do it soon though. He gotta
Yeah, no,
win one.
we got to. We going to get that, bro. That's come on now. It was destined, bro. Like, come on now. Like, yeah, I got it on me right
There
now.
you go. There you go.
Yeah, man, we going to. And if they don't win, we're gonna win through me. You feel me? We're doing the tip top. You know
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
what
You
I'm saying?
can follow me on Instagram at d._major music. Same thing on TikTok and Threads, and on Twitter X at d.mme. But also, if you like this interview and you hung around this long, please consider subscribing. Once again, go ahead, hit my man's Lou Boogie with a follow on his socials. And thank
Mhm.
y'all for tuning in to the Major Music Lounge podcast. It's D. Dot and Lou Boogie, and we out.
We can go for a ride, get high, my favorite shit to do. Probably call baby bro up, he bring exotics through. Love getting caught from cuz, yeah, I know it's something new. Halle Berry in a Dutch, had me laid back comfortable. Dante's rap in the leaf when I'm smoking with the crew. I got enough for all of us, you ain't gotta mess me, fool. Wake and bake, I don't play, I'm smoking all through the day. I wake and bake, I don't play, I'm smoking all through the day. Favorite time of the day, beat them high time, high time, high time. When I'm riding out at night, it be high time, high time, high time. When I'm chillin' with a cold, it is high time, high time, high time. When I coolin' with my niggas, you know.